Top of the morning. Top of the morning. Top of the morning. Of course, it's a hell of a morning. You heard me? So I'm focused. You heard me? I'm focused. I'm standing on business. I'm staying out the way. You heard me? And I got a word for you this morning. And I know I've been being a little hard. You heard me? But I say sometimes if it don't hurt, it don't work. You heard me? If it don't hurt, it don't work. And a wise man told me, he said, you got to make people feel bad about what they did because that's the only way they going to get their mind right. You heard me? Yeah, see, you got to start speaking up for yourself and sometimes for others. You heard me? Yeah, because there's a lot of things that's just out of order. You heard me? And when things out of order, things seem to be like really all balanced. You heard me? A lot of things don't go right. You heard me? So you got to get things back in order. You heard me? Yeah, even yourself. See, let me tell you something about life. Life is about balance. You heard me? It's full of trials and tribulations. And these trials and tribulations, they come to test you and strengthen you. You heard me? And sometimes when we go through things, some people take things the wrong way. They take things the wrong way, you heard me? And it's all on how you take it if you're going to make it, you heard me? I'm going here, you heard me, because it's time to go here, you heard me? Like, see, if you don't change, ain't nothing going to change, you heard me? You got to know this. Look, if you don't change, ain't nothing going to change, you heard me? Like, no matter if you put the eggs, the flour, or the you know, the mixing product in there to make the cake, no matter when you mix it up, it's still going to make a cake, you heard me? Yeah, so no matter which way you do wrong, it's still wrong. Amen. So yeah, if you don't change, it's not gonna change. So, and I'm going here because I want people to understand this here. See, God is a merciful God, man. He is. Like, God is a merciful God, bro. Like, he's merciful, you heard me? But he don't want you to play on him for his mercy. He like us, you know, if somebody, he like, see, God know for sure you playing on him too. You don't want to play on God for his mercy saying, oh, God gonna forgive me. And you intentionally doing this here. You heard me? Nah, see that don't go like that. See, he said, may I continue in sin, where grace may abound. Certainly not, man. Certainly not. So I'm going here because it's like this, you heard me? And I don't want you to be too hard on people. You heard me? Because I'm letting you know today that God is a merciful God, bro. Amen. And I'm going to go to 2nd Chronicles, 7th chapter, verse 14. 2nd Chronicles, you heard me? 7th chapter, verse 14. He said, my people who are called by my name, humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways. Then I will hear from heaven and will forgive their sin and heal their land. Listen again. If my people who are called by my name humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then I will hear from heaven and I will forgive their sin and heal their land. Humble yourself. Humble yourself and seek God's face. He already said in the word, he's a rewarder for those that diligently seek him. But ain't nothing wrong with humbling yourself. See, the humble don't stumble. You heard me? The humble don't stumble like, man, let me tell you something, bro. Ain't nothing wrong with being wrong. You just gotta acknowledge that you was wrong. You heard me? Humble yourself and get that right so God could get you right. Listen, get that right so God could get you right, man. Sometimes, bro, I ain't gonna lie. A lot of people, they take advice from the wrong people. See, they mess with things that's easy, you heard me? And I'm not easy to mess with, but I'm easy to get along with, if that makes sense. You heard me? Like, you can't come just do me no anything or tell me no anything and I'ma roll with that, especially if it's gonna hurt me or you or anybody else. Let's get that straight. Yeah, so I'm going here because when you see you done went wrong and you see you was wrong, humble yourself. Ask God to forgive you and then try to go about getting that right so God could get you right. Amen. Yeah, because he all merciful. See, you know why God tell us don't trust no man? Love each other, because the heart the hearts of people, if they don't have a heart for God, you heard me? Man, ain't no telling what they'll do. Like Plies said in that song, Plies say, listen, bro, and God forgive me for cursing. He said if a nigga heart ain't right, ain't no telling what he'll do. You heard me? God forgive me for cursing. But if a person's heart ain't right, ain't no telling what they'll do. Ain't no telling, man, what they'll do. You heard me? So I'm here to encourage you this morning that God is a merciful God. You heard me? He tell you we gonna fall short of the glory. We human beings. You heard me? Only one person on this earth walked in the spirit all day. That was the Son of God. That was Jesus Christ. You heard me? But he said you could do things greater than Jesus did. Listen, man. You could have so much respect for God walking in the spirit. You heard me? You could do the same thing Jesus did. Heal the sick. You heard me? Yeah, you could open the eyes of the blind. You heard me? Like, this real talk, man. This God is I can't make this up, you heard me? When you really living like that, bruh, I'm telling you. He said this in the word and it's real, bruh. He said, the pure in heart, they should see God, man. When you really living like that, you heard me? You really prayed up and you really seeking him and you really living like that, man, I'm telling you, bro, I'm talking about God gonna blow your mind. So I'm here to encourage you. You heard me? Like, man, I know how it is. You heard me? Especially when you in the wrong environment, you on the wrong type of time, and you done locked in with the devil or something. You heard me? Yeah, man. Like you can shake back. You heard me? Cause I ain't gonna lie. You heard me? God ain't nothing part time about. God the real deal. God real every day. You heard me? Yeah, God real every day. You heard me? And he got you. You heard me? He just trying to make sure you got him inside of you. You heard me? Because once he know you got him inside of you and you read his word on the tablet of your heart, when he bless you, you ain't going to switch up on him. See, he know. He already know, like, he'll show you and he'll show them. This is why I chose this vessel. You heard me? I know y'all ain't see this in it. I've been seeing it in there. You heard me? And listen, I'm going to show you in front of him. I'm going to let you do him that. You heard me? And then I'm going to bless him in your face. Yeah, because it's like that. See, God cut from that cloth. He going to hold his word. You heard me? Look what he going to say. He said, you anoint my head with oil. Listen. He said, my cup running over. See, when you anoint it, you going to have an overflow anyway. You heard me? Listen what he said in the word. He said, I prepare a table before you in the presence of your enemies. He cut from that cloth, man. He'll bless you in their face. You heard me? Listen, you not even knowing certain people be the ops. You don't even know this here. God do. Listen, he already know. So be mindful of that and just know, bro. You heard me? We serve a merciful God, bro. You heard me? Listen, bro, I'm telling you, when you lock in with him and you humble yourself and you get that right, he gonna get you right. You gotta be a man or a woman about a situation. Humble yourself. Ain't nothing wrong with being wrong. We all done fell short. Everybody that messed up. You know what I'm saying? You didn't pay this person back their money like one time. Like, I ain't say you consistently do it, but ain't nobody perfect out here, man. Ain't nothing wrong with going to God, humbling yourself. You heard me? And God say, listen, bro, I'm gonna read it again, and I want you to put this in your spirit this morning. You heard me? Put this in your spirit, because this was in my spirit. You heard me? And you know how he using me to talk to the people. This what he said, you heard me? 2 Chronicles, you heard me? 14th verse. 2 Chronicles 7th chapter, 14th verse. If my people who are called by my name humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then I will hear from heaven and I will forgive their sin and heal their land. You heard me? Pray. Seek his face. You heard me? That's a promise he made. You heard me? That's a promise he made. You heard me? And you know God don't lie. You heard me? I told you, the humble don't stumble. You heard me? Man, don't even worry about getting you licked back. I ain't never see nobody hit harder than God. You heard me? God is all seeing, all knowing, and all hearing. You heard me? Listen, when you real with God, you a friend of God. And God one of them friends. Listen, bro, he the real deal. You heard me? And you gotta know this. Listen, bro, I never seen nobody hit harder than God. You heard me? So be mindful of that. And remember, bro, if you don't change, ain't nothing gonna change. Humble yourself, bro. You heard me? When you humble yourself, God gonna exalt you. When you exalt yourself, God gotta humble you. You heard me? So be mindful of that, you heard me? And take heed, you heard me? Stay up, stay focused, you heard me? I love all y'all. One.